Hello again, this is another WoW video. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, as the instance is short and sweet, fairly easy and original. This is the first boss fight. He's nothing special. You engage him, he pops a bubble, he will spawn 4 ads around the room. They're called living waters, and what they'll do is, well, not a lot. When they die, they spawn a bubble of water on the floor, slimes come out, AoE them down, rinse and repeat. Once you've done that, you go on to the boss, and what he will do is he bring down his bubble, and he will shoot a beam of water that goes around the room, and you just got to avoid it and DPS him down. And that is really about it for this guy. I'm going to leave some music on here and let you watch the fight. Right, there we go. That boss was fairly easy, and they've actually put loot into this dungeon now, as before it was just placeholder names and placeholder stats, so you couldn't really get an idea of what the loot would be stat-wise. But I'm going to jump straight into this boss here. This can be one of two. You destroy a scroll, and you will get either this fight, or you will get one which is several suns that spawn, and you have to DPS down the suns, and then a mob that's standing behind you who is neutral until you've killed the suns. But this fight is actually fairly easy if people communicate. What you've got to do is you've got an ad, as you can see on the right. He will go and engage with you. What your tank has to do is pick up one. People usually go for strife, and you just DPS that target. You do not touch X. The tank can throw a taunt on if he is DPSing down the healer. And what you basically do is you just tank and spank this. He will do a shield every so often. You just back off and you let that shield run off. Otherwise, you're going to really hurt the tank, because he gets a stack on him, and it's nasty and it can be hard to heal. And you do that for this guy, and then you go on to the X, and usually the ad's got enough threat, so your tank doesn't have to do anything. Rinse and repeat, same story for both. But I'm going to leave some music on here for you anyway. there we go, there's that boss. Wasn't exactly hard because our team were communicating. It does not yet have loot implemented, but I'm hoping we'll see some soon. Now this is this boss. This boss is my favourite in here. What she does is she will basically, as you can see here, there's 4 things that just shoot out, avoid that, and then at 30-20% she will turn into this Jade Dragon, and you should have heard my reactions when I first saw this. It was bloody amazing because I love dragons and I think Blizzard done a decent job with this, but this boss itself is very easy. She will just do, as you can see on the ground there, every so often all you've got to do is just not stand in it and you're fine. And yeah, she just goes down so quickly, and there's some loot, and yeah, it's I don't think they've got models for this loot yet because this is stuff from like Hour of Twilight and whatnot, but there she is. Amazing boss. Right, and here's the last boss. This guy can be a bit of a pain. What he basically does is if you stack, you're gonna die, because he does this sort of debuff that you get if you're too close to him, but I believe I've only had it once. But what this guy does is, as you can see, our DPS is insane here, so you won't see it much, but he does this Bounds of Reality. It will split your soul from you, and this happens to everyone, so what you have to do is DPS them down. I was doing it wrong here. You should group up and just AoE them, because if you don't, there's an energy bar, and if that reaches a certain amount, they will explode and heal the boss. So, I mean, if you haven't got the DPS on this, it's gonna suck. And this is gonna be quite hard and heroic, I believe. I mean, looking at it, if you haven't got the DPS, you're gonna fail, because this guy will just keep healing up. And the other thing he does, because there's not much to this guy, it's that, and he will put a AoE debuff on a random target, but it's dispellable. If your healers are like awake, it's fine. But that is around about it. This guy also has loot, as you'll see at the end of the video, but I'm going to leave you at that. There will be more coming over the coming weeks. I'm hoping to get one of Stormstout Brewery when I manage to get there. I mean, I know people have got in by means of exploiting over the bridge, but at the moment it's, you know, locked down to players. I'm not going to try and get into it, but when I eventually do, there shall be a video up. Thank you for watching again, and I hope you enjoyed.